What's going on, guys? How we all doing today? It's Corey here, back again with another commentary on the Carnage Clan channel, and today we have for you guys a PENTA MOAB. Now, this gameplay is brought to you by DHT Bros, who also got the world's first Hexa a few months back. And as you can probably tell, this is a PC gameplay, so it's a nice change of pace. On PC, the motion system works a little bit differently, which can result in some really fast-paced gameplay. And so, if you're at all interested about learning a thing or two about playing Call of Duty on PC, you can definitely learn a lot from gameplays like these, because when the motion system is different as it is on PC, you kind of have to adjust your playstyle. So if you're interested in learning how to play COD on PC, or maybe just interested in seeing some very entertaining gameplays, definitely be sure to go sub up DHT Bros. And with that being said, just enjoy the gameplay in the background as I now move on to my commentary topic for today. So today I want to talk about learning from your mistakes, and to be honest with you, when people hear that phrase, they kind of subconsciously just ignore it, and it's the same way with everyone pretty much. Because once you hear a certain phrase used so many times, you kind of just don't even pay any attention to it when you hear it. As you hear the words come out of my mouth, as you see it, the phrase learn from your mistakes maybe in the title, you don't even really notice it. It doesn't have much meaning to you because you just hear it used so much. Everyone's always talking about how you should learn from your mistakes. But I kind of want to break it down in this commentary to really get a good message across to you guys, because a lot of people just don't seem to get the message when someone says, when you do something wrong, you're supposed to make better on it next time. And obviously, like I said, when you hear the phrase learn from your mistakes, it just really doesn't have much meaning to you because people say it constantly. It's such a cliche. But when you really take a step back and think about it, when you stay focused on learning from your mistakes, it can benefit you in so many ways. Now, I could use any number of examples to try to get a point across to you guys, but there's one main reason that you're all watching this video, and that's Call of Duty. So I'm going to start off with a Call of Duty related example. Obviously, we all know that just about everyone rages when playing COD. And the thing is, we don't even think about it because it's just such a common thing. Everyone gets mad at the game, some people more than others, and just about everybody gets very upset at one point or another. Now, I gotta be honest, while I'm not the biggest rager in the world, I'm nowhere near J Nasty status, it is a bit of an issue for me at times. And it can be for everybody, as we all know, but it's something that I'm trying to improve on, and it's something that I'm really gonna be trying to improve on when Call of Duty Ghosts comes out. But the thing is, so many people rage at COD, and like I said, it's such a common thing that we don't think about it. And for the most part, nobody really tries to change it. People that get really upset, such as J Nasty, and I do understand that J Nasty realizes he has a problem with raging, and he does sometimes try to address it, but at the same time, in the big picture, he really doesn't do much to change the way that he acts while playing COD. And it's the same way for most people, and like I said, some people have more of an issue with raging than others, but for the most part, since it's just such an accepted thing with Call of Duty, no one really does anything to fix it. So that's something that really shows you there are so many things that we can improve about ourselves and improve about our lives that we don't even take the time to actually address. And I know that raging is just a way to get out your frustrations, and it can be a good thing, I suppose, in certain situations. Like when you have frustration building up for a really long time, and then you just want to shout this one time, okay, maybe. But obviously it gets to a point where it's like, okay, maybe you should really change the way that you act while you're playing the game. If you're shouting every game, or if you're constantly calling people names or whatever. And some people just don't care, they're kind of ignorant in that sense, and I mean, it is online, it's all over the internet, so really it can't be taken too seriously when you insult someone anyway. But the fact of the matter is, when you're calling someone names, or if you're shouting, any of that, it's just a negative thing to have going on in your life. You know, you don't want to be in a bad mood, you don't want to be upset, you don't want to be frustrated. So everyone pretty much gets mad at Call of Duty at one point or another, and like I said, for some people it's worse than others. I know I've said that like 3 or 4 times now, but the point is, we should try to fix this. This is something that we should try to change about ourselves, but we don't do it because it's just there and we just accept it. So that's the sort of thing where it's like, well, how do you learn from that? Because really, you just get mad, and that's just an emotion that comes to you. But the fact of the matter is, you kind of have to mentally prepare yourself while you're playing the game, and that's one way to fix it. You know, you could either not play, that's one thing you can do. I mean, I know for some people it doesn't even seem like an option, but you could not play Call of Duty, or you could just take a really long break from it, or you could say, okay, going into this game, I'm not going to rage. I'll just, you know, either take the deaths or I'll just leave the game. Whatever I have to do, I'm going to stay calm. People don't take that approach. They just don't. And I know, again, some people just will never change that about themselves. But this is something seriously, guys, that if you think about it, you don't want to have this negativity going on. You don't want to be mad. You don't want to be upset. As much as you may like to get all over people for doing certain things in a video game, at the end of the day, it is not a good thing for you or for anybody else for you to be mad. It's not fun to be mad, upset, frustrated, whatever the case may be. So even though we just all know that we rage and we think it's funny, and it is fun sometimes to just, shout and yell and get your frustrations out, we don't even think to change it. We don't learn from the fact that we get upset in the moment while we're playing Call of Duty. So that's one really big example that kind of shows you can learn from things that you don't even really think about. Now here's another example that relates to YouTube, and here's just a small little thing that I realized when I first started out. So when I first started YouTube, I would upload every day. After I got my first chance on someone else's channel and I gained a good amount of subscribers, I was very encouraged to keep on uploading, and I uploaded literally every day for about 3 months, and I really enjoyed that. Now, there were certain times that I noticed I was only getting like 15 likes as opposed to maybe 25 to 30 at other times. And this really confused me because I couldn't figure out a pattern. I thought it was just YouTube messing up because people talk about YouTube messing up all the time. But as it turned out, after this was going on for a while, I eventually did recognize a pattern. And the fact of the matter was, it was my fault that I was getting 15 likes as opposed to like 25, 30, because I was uploading at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. When you upload at 3 o'clock, your video kind of gets pushed down in the sub boxes because everyone else is uploading at like 5, 6, 7 o'clock or maybe even later, and that's what was preventing me from getting as many likes. So the reason that I didn't recognize the pattern is because I didn't think of it. I didn't think about the fact that it might be my fault as opposed to YouTube's, because everyone talks about, oh, the sub boxes are screwed up, YouTube isn't notifying people when there's videos, blah, 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 blah. I thought it was just something like that. But I took a step back. I was like, wait a minute, could this be something that I'm doing wrong? And as it turned out, it was. I was just uploading at not such a convenient time. So right there is an example of something that you truly are completely oblivious to, and all in all, it's a really easy thing to fix. So basically, the moral of the story there is that when something's going wrong and you don't understand why, and you feel like it's just that things aren't going your way, sometimes there's something that you can do to fix that and you don't even realize it. Now, another example of this would be when I had my first soccer season in high school. Obviously, when you're a kid, you can eat whatever you want, pretty much, because you have an excellent metabolism and less health problems than older people in general. But the fact of the matter is, you still have to eat at least somewhat healthy, and that was something I wasn't doing my freshman year in high school. My legs were getting very, very tired, and I didn't understand why, because that wasn't an issue I'd ever had before. Usually my lungs would get tired way before my legs. But I couldn't do much running, at least not the way that I was accustomed to being able to run. And I didn't know why at all. I was just so concerned, really, because I was like, what if this is going to be a problem just continuously? And then I realized it was because I was eating nothing but junk, because I never thought about it before. Now, I wasn't truly eating nothing but junk. I was eating some healthy stuff, and I don't really eat all that healthy to this day. But I definitely improved my diet a lot, and I saw a major difference. So, kids eat pretty much whatever they want, and that was how it was for me. And I do still kind of eat whatever I want, but I've improved my diet a lot, and it's helped in the long run. Again, something I didn't even realize that I was doing wrong, and I ended up improving upon that. But anyway, guys, at this point, I'm going to wrap up the commentary. Definitely remember to learn from life, and hopefully in this video you learned that you want to subscribe to DHT Bros and Carnage Clan. Wink, wink. But anyway, guys, that does it for this commentary, and I'll see you all later on. Goodbye.